Do you change your crusty old grips at home? Well, you should, because it's going to save you a ton of money, and there's just a few simple little things you need to know so that you don't make the huge mistakes that you'll regret and then go waste all your money to have somebody else do it. It's easy. Let's go. The first thing you're going to need, obviously, are going to be grips. I got these from Golf Pride. They're the James Bond 007 version. Pretty spectacular if you ask me. Now, you can go on their website and you can order your own set. They're not the cheapest grips in the world. If you want the cheapest grips out there, then yeah, just go on Amazon and you can find some cheap ones. The only caveat with that is you're probably gonna have to change your grips a lot more often because you bought cheap knockoffs. So if you don't mind doing that, there you go. But if you want them to last, get some good ones, okay? And these ones are delicious. And just make sure when you get them, you count them. You need 13. You're gonna use 14 clubs, but your putter has its own grip, so you don't need one for that. So you're gonna need at least 13. We have plenty. You'll need a few other supplies as well. Let's get that. You need one of these. It's like a hook attachment. Okay. This is helpful. It's a little scraper. You don't have to have this. You can use a razor blade or the edge of your hook. Scissors, you'll need these. This is tape. You need this. It's double-sided tape. You'll see in a second. You just need that. Then I get a bucket and pure golf adhesive. Just get this stuff online. You can get this online, Amazon. You already have one of these. Let's get cracking. Now, how often should you be changing your grips? At least once a year. Even if you don't play that much, they are gonna get old and crusty just sitting around. So make sure you're doing that. I like to do it every fall, winter. And then if I'm playing a lot, I'll do it once right late spring, early summer, so that I have fresh, tacky grips for the hot, sweaty summer months. I'm gonna start with the driver. It's going to be critical that you don't make this huge mistake when changing your grip with your woods. Now, I do all this without the fancy attachments and everything, and we're totally fine. But if you wanna spend a lot of money and get this floor stand and the clamps and all that stuff, knock your socks off. Otherwise, just get this, get that hook, and I hook it in, and I kind of pull up a little bit just to keep it from scratching the club. And you could feel it out a little bit. Kind of right in there, and yeah, no problem. And just go through that a couple times, you feel it on the shaft, boom, right to the end. Then all we're gonna do is just start peeling that away. See how easy that is? Piece of cake. I get my little hook in here, and I'm just gonna peel as much of this old tape off as possible. And the more often you change your grips, the easier this tape will be to come off. But this is why you need this little scraper guy. And I just hold this and scrape away. This is going to be the most tedious part of the job. Just put it on your table and scrape it. This is probably the fastest, easiest way. Just set that on the table and scrape away from you and start peeling it off. Here's the huge mistake people make. A lot of times people will take the head off. Do not do that. It matters most of the time because you want your driver in the position that you play in most often. Otherwise, your grip is gonna look sideways and it's gonna feel the same, perform the same, it's just not gonna look the same. And it could bother you, or it bothers me. So, driver is in gamer position mode. Okay, now you have to make a decision. Do you want logo up or logo down? Very important. What do you think? Some people don't like to look at the logo on the grip while they're grabbing the club. so they like logo down. Personal preference. A lot of times I just go logo down. I don't really care either way, to be honest with you, but I think I want the tuxedo up. So that means logo up. I really want tuxedo up, logo down, but it doesn't work that way. So unfortunately, we're going tuxedo up, logo up. Here's how you cut your tape. Your tape should be the exact length of your grip. That's how long the tape should be. Put that bottom of the grip and cut it right there. Bam. So now when I put the tape on my club, you're just gonna hang it over the top of the club that much above the top. And I put it on, you can see it's on the left third of the tape. And then I push that side down first. And I really get this on there. Push this edge on there. And make sure that corner's down there really good. Then I just reach of that little edge, try to peel it up. And the better you put it on the club, the more firmly, the better it is. So I peel it all off before I put all the rest of the tape on. And then I just roll that over, voila. And then that top, you wanna fold that in, like so. You do that so debris doesn't go down your club shaft. And you really wanna make sure there's nothing in there to begin with. So that's what you do in preparation. Grab your grip, cover the hole on the bottom with your finger. Otherwise, all this is gonna pour out. Then I take my solvent here and just squeeze some down the center. You don't need a ton. And then I just swoosh it around so it's all inside the grip. Here's where I need my bucket. I take my grip, hang it over the bucket, and I'll release the remaining fluid on the grip and try to spin it around. So it's all on my grip. Beautiful. So now it's on the grip and it's inside the handle. All I do is take that, put it on, the direction I want to go, shove it down like so, bang it on the ground. Now all I'm doing is looking down here and aligning the top edge, and it's crooked. So I just grab it, hold the club with my feet, and twist it a bit. So what I'm looking at is, for this particular one, we got the buttons on the tuxedo going down golf pride. And then you look right down the shaft. And a lot of times when you're looking down that shaft, like so, you can just see the reflection of the light right on the top. So you just hold that up, look down, oh yeah. And everything should hopefully line up perfectly with the logo, the head, beautiful. So I'm not necessarily lining that up with the club face, because that might be open or closed depending on how you orientate the head, but I'm lining it up really with the highest point of the shaft when I hold it, like gonna hold it where I want, and I just eyeball it, and I'm like, okay, beautiful, beautiful. And you kind of see this reflection right on the top line. And so you just kind of like you're aiming a rifle or something, and it's going straight down the shaft. Not so much worried about the head. Then after you do that, tap it down. You might run into this every now and then. You can see it. Oh, I think we're doing a good job. But this grip is pulling up. There it is. And you could see the tape. You could see how it shrinks back up. So you got to make sure you're tapping that down and pulling that grip down towards you, just so it stays past that tape. That's why you cut the tape the same size as the grip, so when you put it over and fold it over, it doesn't hang out at the bottom. So if your tape is hanging out at the bottom, then you got to get a razor blade and kind of cut around that so you don't look goofy out there and people are like, who put those grips on? Oh, you did. You watched a MrShortGame YouTube video and you put them on yourself and you screwed it up. So I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to look like a pro. Voila, what do you think? Look at these bad boys. They came out better than I thought. Those are the keys to changing your own grips at home. Takes a little bit of time, super easy. Hope it helps. Love you guys. See you soon.